There's nothing remote about Hackney, but this is only the start of a 120-mile through-the-night bike ride, which has as much in common with the Tour de France as chalk has with Farmhouse Cheddar.
A bizarre tale, this. Why would hundreds of cyclists travel through the night? And who came up with a route from Hackney to the North Sea? Questions for Barry Mason, who organises this annual odyssey.
About, I don't know, 1993, allegedly, some couriers just headed out after work one night and just said, let's go for a swim. And 10 hours later, yeah, they probably had a few beers and said, let's go for a swim. Where's the coast? That way. And 10 hours later, they were in the sea. Slowly, it's got bigger and bigger. About 700 people did it last year, probably 750 this year.
I think it is kind of madness, though.
Yeah, have you got nothing better to do on a Saturday night?
I'd like to say I've got loads more to do, but no, this is it. This is as good as it gets.
I better tell you about the destination. It's a little-known port called Dunwich on the Suffolk coast, or what's left of it after it was hit by tidal waves in 1328. The idea is to plunge into the water at dawn tomorrow. We'll see. For some riders, just getting there will be job enough.
Are you going to Suffolk on this?
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
Well, this is a family transport. I usually carry my daughter in it as well.
120 miles?
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy, is it?
No, well, it's not,
you've
it's
got
not
small
that bad.
wheels, you've got to
I
pedal them
know,
all.
but you see, I've got a two-stroke engine, a left leg and a right leg.
You have to be a bit silly and a bit foolish, but a bit brave. And you have to know what you're doing and be fairly self-sufficient. I mean, I love the self-sufficiency of it. There is no big van following. You will not get swept up.
Destination unknown as we're pulling for some gas. Officially placed the poster reveals a smile from the pack. Elephants and acrobats, lion, snakes, monkey. Village speaks righteous, Sister Cena says funky. How bizarre.
Here we are in Great Dunmow in Essex. It's 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, and as you can tell, the place isn't exactly throbbing. If the cyclists were expecting a Tour de France type welcome as they pedal their way through, they might be disappointed. Do you know about the cycle ride coming through Dunmow?
No, I've heard nothing at all about it.
Oh dear, so you're not lining the route to cheer them on then?
I will do if they want me to.
As those original cycling couriers must have discovered, you go through lovely places like Dunmow, Finchingfield and Lavenham, but it's too dark to appreciate them. I mean, what is the point?
If you read a couple of the blogs, they talk about the voices and when the voices will come and get you. And you've got to embrace the idea that the voices will arrive and say, what are you doing? Because it's really time to be in bed. And I had the voices several miles back and they're still with me, so I haven't lost the voices yet, but apparently they will go.
Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and we're at a soup kitchen called Great Waldingfield, about halfway. So 60 miles still to go to the seaside, and I wonder what kind of people do this journey at night in the pouring rain when they could just as easily do it in the day?
Thoroughly enjoyable. It's just a balmy summer's evening. As I say, when you're with your friends and your colleagues who you cycle with, what more could you want?
Well, you don't even notice the weather?
No, when you're cycling, you never do. It's always worse from inside.
This is the final leg of the journey, and it's hosing down. Although there are buses laid on to bring cyclists back to London, many of them will return under their own steam. For now, the Flora tea rooms on Dunwich Beach is a very welcome sight.
It's difficult to figure out how many's coming because there could be 600, there could be 800. You just turn up and you've seen the first ones. What time is it now? 5 o'clock, we're already started. And this is just the first wave, and then it really, really does start. We could do without the rain as well, because where they're going to sit is going to be a nightmare.
This way. This way. Thank you. Extraordinary place, Dunwich, because 75% of it is out there. In the 11 and 1200s, it was an important city of 3,000 people, big enough to rival London. And then the North Sea said, I'm having a bit of that, and more or less swept it away. Beneath the waves, there's a royal palace, a mint, a leper hospital, and 9 churches. The Flora Cafe is just about the only landmark left.
That's a little unfair. There's a pub, a few attractive cottages, and the remains of the friary. This is how Dunwich is depicted on the postcards. A little artistic licence, I think.
Are you the only fisherman left?
Yes, that's right.
Are you the only one on this beach?
Yeah.
What do you catch out there?
Mainly Dover sole and skate.
And do you sell them locally?
Yes, I sell them in the shed on the car park. What I don't sell, get last off the market.
You make a living?
Nearly.
Last year was quite a sad occasion because a rider was killed on the actual event.
How?
He was struck by a van coming the opposite direction, so it was a very sad event, and I expect a number of riders will have been remembering him today.
As for the ritualistic dip in the ocean, the North Sea wasn't exactly at its most inviting, but two of the riders gave it a go anyway.
Jumped into the Chevy, headed for big lights. Wanna know the rest? Hey, by the rights, how bizarre. How bizarre, how bizarre.
And if you think